Okay, really quickly, I just wanted to take a bit of time to talk about the Uncle Seiko Tudor Black Bay 58 Oyster Bracelet. Not because I fancy myself as a YouTuber, but simply because when I was looking at buying one, I couldn't find any reviews online that were useful to me. So I thought this might be useful to anyone considering this bracelet. Obviously, a lot of people don't like the faux rivets on the Tudor bracelet. I didn't have an issue with it. My main issue is that the fact that it was not tapered, it's actually stepped, the Tudor one, and the fact that it has grooves down the sides of the links, I felt narrowed the bracelet visually, and it made it a little bit more dainty looking, and I wanted a proper old school Oyster style Rolex style bracelet. And this ticks a box, and because my main issue was I wanted to retain the original Tudor clasp, and the Uncle Seiko do a no clasp option. It's worth mentioning that if you buy the option with the clasp, you can't then swap the clasp out for the Tudor one. You have to buy the no clasp option if you want to use your Tudor clasp. It's 105 quid's worth of bracelet. It comes in a bag. I mean, you know, it's not the fanciest of packaging, but I didn't buy it for the bag. It's supplied with 2 Uncle Seiko end links and 2 spring bars. The reason they supply these end links is because this link here is like 0.3 of a millimeter narrower than the genuine Tudor one. So there is a very, very small gap if you use the genuine end links, which I have because, let's face it, you can't really see that gap at all. If I move it side to side, you can, but it's tiny. And I wanted to keep this as OEM as possible. The Uncle Seiko end links do remove that gap, but again, visually, the genuine ones are a little bit sharper. They just look a little bit more premium, let's say, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with these. I fitted it with these as well, and it's fine, but I wanted to keep it as Tudor as possible. The clasp is a doddle to fit. Simply remove the spring bar here. You use just a standard pin to push out that spring bar that holds this lock down, and then the whole clasp comes off the bracelet, fits to the Uncle Seiko one the same way, and then you've instantly got a proper Oyster tapered bracelet with no rivets, no grooves. It looks a little bit more beefy. It's got a bit more heft to it. It's brilliant, perfect choice. I was looking at the Forstner one, but I didn't like the fact that you couldn't utilise the Tudor clasp. This is mega. It does come, and currently on the Uncle Seiko's website, it is supplied with a free half link if you buy it with the no clasp version. My half link didn't arrive. I spoke to Unlimited Straps. He's going to send me one out. It was just an oversight, so you can tailor the fit of it a little bit better, because we all know the fitment issues with the lack of adjustment on the Tudor clasp. But I would say, if you're considering an Oyster bracelet for your Black Bay 58, absolutely go for the Uncle Seiko one if you want to use the original clasp. And as I say, the OE end links fit perfectly acceptably, in my opinion. Yeah, hope somebody finds that useful. As I say, it's not a cheap bracelet, and you know, it's nice to be able to see what it looks like on the watch and see a bit of a video of it before buying. So hopefully someone finds this useful. Thank you very much.